Buddies, I want to talk about one of my favorite recordings by one of my favorite blues duos, Big Walter Horton and Johnny Shine's No Name Blues, playing an A harmonica in second position. I'm going to play the track for you. We're going to tear it apart one chord at a time. But what I want you to focus on is when he moves to the 4 chord, he changes the shape of the 2 draw. He's playing the 2 draw, and when he moves to the 4 chord, he really moves his mouth to the front, and he really puts an accent on it because it changes to the 5th of the chord now, and he's playing. He's also playing amplified, and he really gets a different tone on that note. Same note, much different tone. Alright, let's go one chord at a time. Alright, so here we go to tab for the 1 chord lick. Pretty straightforward, you can definitely figure it out listening to the recording. I mainly want to talk about the 4 chord and then the 5-4-1 chord change. This is where they move to the 4 chord, so this is what I want you to listen for. Alright, so he's playing the 2 draw with that tone, and then the last 2 draw is a 3 blow to the 2 blow, back to the 3 blow, and then he comes back under the 2 draw with lots of power. So when he hammers that first heavy 2 draw, that's beat 1 of the 4 chords. So walks his way to the 4 chord with that little blues scale riff, and then he jumps to the 4-5 draw, and he really tightens his grip on the mic, and he's playing it with that heavy Big Walter chainsaw tremolo. So excellent 5-4-1 chord change from Big Walter Horton. Check it out. Alright, so we start 1 draw to the 2 blow, and he kind of hits the 2 draw bent a whole step and raises it to the half step. Jumps to the 3 draw whole step bend, a little bit of a tricky bend combination, and he holds it with that chew tremolo, beautiful chew tremolo. And then he does a little slide down to the 1 draw, and then really scoops into the 2 draw, and then throws it down to the 1 draw, and then resolves again on the 2 draw. Little 1 chord outro, nothing too scary, very John Lee Williamson style. So this is recorded in '53 on the J.O.B. label in Chicago. His early stuff on Sun is equally as great, man. Right up there with his stuff behind Jimmy Rogers, Walking by Myself. Little Walter is definitely the player I've studied the most in my history, but over the past year or so, I've been just immersed in Big Walter Horton, and I realized he had equally as much to say on the harmonica as Little Walter, if not more, man. He was just an incredible player.